Okay, this is wild. I'm gonna need a second to try to evaluate this map. My God. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner for Alpha X, it is the Indian Zerg, Demi.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pyrites, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Protoss player representing Alpha X. It is Exostriker.
Okay.
Right.
2v2 map. There's like a whole island off to the right here. Maybe I'm getting a bit thrown off by the textures, but I feel like this is like so far away. It kind of reminds me of Glittering Ashes, where like the side bases are just off in Narnia, and they sometimes just don't end up being a factor at all, and sometimes they're like ninja bases as well. I feel like ninja bases here would be a little bit awkward to find.
I think it may just be the textures, but I'm getting like some romanticide vibes. Like this is a big map. This is big. Jesus.
It is a big map. What else have we got? We've got gold maps in a big open area. So that's Zerg.
Yeah. Do you have those gold bases being covered by the? I believe. Am I crazy? Is that low ground watchtowers? Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I like the watchtowers. I like watchtowers on big maps. I really don't like them on small maps, but I do like them on big maps. So I like how these watchtowers are placed. I think they just don't cover the edge of the dead space as well. I'm hoping that they don't cover right to the edge.
Yeah. I think they barely don't cover all of the bridge, so you can sneak stuff out. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they don't cover right to the edge. If it's like almost right to the edge, I think that's fine.
Yeah. So medevac drops can avoid those. The center of the map, ooh, big, open. Oh, you love to see it. I miss it.
Man. Yeah, nice little Zerg map for you.
We've been getting a lot of these like congested maps with all these like different pathways, and now open it up, Bappy. Open for me.
Oh, okay. The gold minerals are really small. Okay, that's fine then.
Oh,
well, that's fascinating. Actually,
yeah.
These are tiny.
Yeah, they're like half patches. Like they're.
I think it's less than half.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
it's 2,200, I think. Oh no. Oh, I just don't know how much mineral patches are. Okay, yeah, they're a little bit more than half.
Yeah. We've got 900 patches and 450 patches.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a lot.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. That's a cool way to balance that feature.
For sure.
Okay, third base here. Yeah. I mean, it's a narrow bridge to get between the two bases, so it's not going to be too easy to cut them off from each other. Fourth is untakeable for Terran, but that's fine.
Which fourth?
It's a cool CVP map.
You got the base on the left hand side. Yeah. You got these bases on the left, which are pretty far out there, and yeah, that I don't see that being taken. So I guess you have to take the right hand base, but this is also out in the open, and
yeah, I think you got to take the sandy one.
The sandy one, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I don't see how you hold the front one. Oh, maybe you can. You do have a ramp down to the right. It'd be kind of like Romanticide. I think Romanticide most of the time you took the front fourth.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
The gold base is very interesting.
I don't know.
It's not that out of the way. Like, it's a pretty viable fifth.
It is. Maybe that's why there are so many less minerals on it, because it is maybe a little bit more viable. Maybe. Yeah. As you know, of course, when it comes to the openers, we had a little bit of time to ourselves because nothing too crazy. Hatch, gas pool, third base, Demi. Standard setup here from our Zerg players. Same can be said from Exostriker, just going into our triple Oracle, into a Twilight Council. This time, we shouldn't be seeing any kind of weird, crazy Glaive Adept build. It is going to be much more standard from our Protoss.
I worked out how you played his turn. So you wall this off.
Yeah, of course.
And you take this as your fourth, you make it like a PF, and then you have tanks out the front of this so that you can take the watchtower, and then you get this fifth for free.
Yeah.
and you got like everything covered.
You're disgusting.
The only problem is that it mines out really quick, but I think because it gives you the 5th for free, because you get you're never gonna lose that Zolnaga tower. That's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Probably same for Protoss actually.
Yeah, I think that's the other interesting thing about the Zolnaga is that it is covered by the high ground base if you do take it, right? Like, there's no, like, if you take this base, there's no way your opponent's ever gonna have that Zolnaga, right? Like, that's crazy.
Definitely.
So that's another, I guess, really interesting feature about the Zolnaga placement is that, yeah, it does kind of like secure you in a way. Well, when we get up to that base.
Yeah, that makes this base so weird because it's also only 1 gas, so it's like, it's a really key base, but it's also going to mine out in like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Like it's going to mine out so fast, but it's like such an important base.
For sure. Interesting. Actually, I want to play on this map.
yeah, I'm really interested to know how it's going to play out, especially in the TvZ.
For sure. As we did see Exostriker diving in towards the 3rd base and getting quite a lot of economic damage done here, looking at useless have 8 drones going down and the Oracle survives. So Demi caught slipping up a little bit here. Again, he didn't quite have his queens in position, so a good start so far by Exostriker. Meanwhile, Demi is going to be expanding in a linear fashion. Is going to be taking that sandy base here on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think makes sense. Having a look at the 3rd of the Exostriker right now, it's definitely looking quite exposed. But Protoss players have gotten really good at, setting up these kind of walls to help them out to just have this kind of perfect sim city to, make do with what they have here. Apart from that,
it does look relatively safe here against Baneling run buys. A lot of it is going to come down to his reaction, but yeah, we've kind of seen walls like this on altitude, for example. Where, like, sure, there are these big entryways into the 3rd base, but like, the Protoss doesn't care. Like, there are other ways to SimCity into wall off.
Another thing that I'm noticing, range lib here. That gas doesn't belong to you anymore.
Oh no. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, speaking of disgusting, here we go. Exostriker is going for his push. He has opted not to take up into Robo that too quickly. Robotics Bay, I should say, but instead into Immortals. The Valens, so they connect with the sentries.
Yeah, almost a bit of a Soul Train setup going for Sentry Immortal here. We are having the Ravagers going down, throwing those Biles down to delete the force fields, but there were some beautiful force fields coming out from Exostriker. Does feel like a little bit of an overextension to continue pushing without the force fields though, but he's going to be taking some decent trades. Blink finishes up as well, so he's going to be able to dodge and trade with the Roaches, and in come the Oracles.
Yeah, the Oracles are going to be able to focus on the Queens. Only 1 Queen does survive, but at the same time, that Immortal is looking quite exposed, and here we go. Demi does dive on top of it, but it looks like he will just barely get it.
Yeah, takes out that Immortal, and this is a very big open space that we're having this fight in. Exostriker, with some good Blink micro, is going to be trading as best he can, but I'm not sure how much longer this can go on. He's not really looking to take a 4th, though.
Yeah, no 4th base on the horizon here, and we have a couple of Banelings being morphed in as well. With the death of those Immortals, that was the backbone to this army. The Stalker count is getting a little bit out of hand, though, as the Queen does fall.
Yeah, the Oracles take out the Queens, and I think we're actually completely out of Queens here.
Yeah, we have 1 Queen left for Demi. The Banelings roll on in. They do crash into those Zealots. The Zealots do get annihilated, and now the Roaches are getting on top of these Stalkers, but the Roaches are getting very bruised.
Yeah, Roach getting bruised and battered by the Stalkers, but it does enough for the Lings to get on top of them. The Zealots going to be doing their best to buffer here and try to push back the forces of Demi. Demi's going to have a bit of a problem soon with Lava just because he has no Queens here for Injax.
Oh, exactly, but he gets on top of the Stalkers. Only 3 Stalkers do remain. We have a Disruptor, but the Nova does whiff, and it looks like Demi has held.
Yeah, he has, and he has that Spire, so this is where he can start to take over, whether it be with a Roach push, whether it be, getting himself back and secure with drones and Queens, or going for a mass muta transition. He is going up to 8 gas now.
Yeah, he is working up to 8 gases, which does signify going into mutas, but for the time being, he's going to have to rebuild all of his Queens and re-drone as well, because his economy wasn't really looking too good after that. He will suck at 66 drones for quite some time, and Exostriker is looking to take that gold base.
Yeah, there we go. So it looks like he agrees with us. Going to be taking that forward base. That does, unlock the possibility of taking this watchtower, of working your way back to that other 5th on the right-hand side, and Yeah, looks like he will be at least sending this prism out. Sees that there's nothing at the watchtower, that he can take this route. This base here for Demi is looking very exposed, just standing right across from the gold base.
Yeah. Oh boy, an ambitious base here by Demi, but of course he doesn't know what fourth was taken. He has a Ling guarding the right-hand base, but he hasn't spotted the gold, so he's unawares at the moment. For the time being, just has that hatchery on the way. Meanwhile, we do have +1 flyer attack, so it looks like Demi does want to invest into those mutas.
Whenever I see gold bases like this close to other bases, the first thing I think of is like cannon battery farms facing off against spore farms and like those kind of games that we've seen where it's like tempests on one side and broodlords on the other side, and they're just kind of picking away at the static defense.
We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Hopefully not this game, but I can definitely see, you know, lines being drawn here and tag defense being thrown down, but the creep is slowly being pushed forward. The first wave of mutas are on the way. They're being banked up here at the natural base of Demi.
Yeah, there you go. Demi does also see the prism here in this giant dead space island here over here. It's come here. Have a little castaway over there.
Castaway? What?
Oh, this one. Little island.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful. Demi just lost the base. Oh my god, the hatchery does go down. Oh, the disruptors are exposed, but one Nova is going to go up. A juicy connection here on the army of Demi.
Yeah.
But he did get 2 disruptors for it.
Demi's biles have been on point so far. There are some damaging biles. Maybe he needs to change his name to 3-point or Stephen Curry, because he is hitting those 3-pointers. But this little ramp here, it looks like Demi never found the time to break these rocks, and he is being punished a little bit, but also it doesn't really directly threaten any bases. So Exostriker going to be rotating around, trying to find another angle here.
Yeah, as all this has been happening, we have the mutas in the main base of Exostriker and mutas in the natural as well. He has lost every single worker. He is all in. He has to end the game here and now.
Yeah, very reminiscent of Demi's game against Geomech, and he is going to be getting those banelings straight on into the middle. Doesn't take out the Colossus this time, though, and he's really being pushed back against the wall. He has to pull the drones. He's trying to buy himself some time for these banelings to get up, but if the drones and Ravagers all fall before they can, I don't think it's going to matter too much.
I don't think so either. It looks like the final Oracle is going to be going down. A lot of drones are pulled. A lot of drones did go down. But again, Demi, all he has to do is hold on. All he has to do is survive, because Exostriker is down to only 14 probes. The banelings, they roll in. The roaches are coming in from behind, but we just can't get on top of the Colossus.
Yeah, the Prism Micro is good enough here, and it's going to be really difficult for Demi. I mean, he still does have a good amount of money in the bank, so if he can make sure that it's not rallying through the army like this, if he can just fix up those rally points so he's rallying into just his natural and that edge base, he might be able to kind of set up a surround here that Exostriker walks himself into, but Exostriker doing a really good job of preserving his units, which is good, because he is completely out of money.
Yeah, I kind of want the mutas to come back home, I'll be honest. The mutas are still across the map doing all that damage. Meanwhile, the roaches are falling. The Ravagers, here we go. The mutas do turn back around, and they are diving on top of the prism.
Yeah, they go straight for the prism. Exostriker knows how this one ends. He calls GG, and Demi, with a very exciting game going down to the wire, gets the win.
GG, well played. Once again, with those mutas, he does force the all-in out of his opponent, but Demi was ready for it this time. He does take game 1.
That means only one thing.
Oh.
It's time, Papi.
See, Papi, see. We are going to be getting ready for not Rascallion, but for Rascaletto, Papi. Oh.
Yeah, if you fall easily in the chat, if you have an achy breaky heart, would recommend you to walk away at this time. Don't get involved with Ruscaletto. He's, he is just a man of the wilds. You can't tame him.
He is a heartbreaker. He is a slayer in his own right, and I'm ready to bear witness to what he looks like, to what he has to offer. Show me, Papi. Show me. Oh.
Expose him. Oh, okay. A
Oh,
symmetrical map, at least for me.
yeah, here we go. I'm getting some almost even like,
Stargazers?
yeah, Stargazer vibes, yeah.
Yeah, and spawning here in the top right-hand corner of the map. It's Alpha X's Demi.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Roscaleto, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Protoss player representing Alpha X. It is Exostriker. Oh my
Oh boy.
god. Okay.
We're gonna see some disgusting strategies on this map if it goes through. There's just too much.
Yeah.
There's too much potential for shenanigans here.
Yeah. Look. If Stargazers made it through, I mean, to be fair, I know that there were like it was different. There were pocket bases, but anything could happen. Oh my god! But interesting stuff here. Okay. So we have quite a lot going on here, especially when it comes to this would-be fourth base. With even mineral how big are these patches? 10 mineral patches. Okay. That's nothing.
Where's this? Oh, the center wall?
Yeah, the center wall, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, just looking at it straight up as a map, it's gonna be a pretty good Zerg map, just because you can kind of the same way that you did with Stargazers, you take your force down here, just expand down this way, and you can kind of eat up this section of the map. Pushes straight through the middle might be a bit difficult to deal with. It is pretty open through the middle, though.
It is.
It's actually very open through the middle.
Yeah. That's the first thing that I noticed. Is that it's insanely open here in the middle of the map. So because of that, it's going to be difficult to really push through the middle, as you were saying, whether you're a Terran player or a Protoss player. I do think that this is going to be a Zerg player's wet dream. It's even more open than Stargazers, because I feel like Stargazers had a little bit more terrain that like messed things up, right?
Yeah, and I had a lot of high grounds, whereas this is kind of just the same level all through the middle. I'm seeing for Terran 2 port BC and giant doom drops.
Yeah.
And probably ARAX as well. You just send ARAX through the middle, or through the top at least.
Yeah, like this top area is a little bit concerning to me. When it comes to whether it's 2-port BC, whether it's drop play as well, I know that we can always talk about how like maybe, you know, this could favor some kind of muta shenanigans, but which is true.
I don't even think so. I think the bases are flush enough against with the edge of the map that that's not that good.
True, actually, yeah.
There's not really dead space in the main along the sides, so you can just kind of kill stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for mutas to get away once they do kind of get behind that mineral line as well. Boy, there's a lot. I feel like we've scratched the surface.
Yeah, I mean, even for... Yeah, I feel like sports for Zerg are going to be covering this dead space quite nicely, in the main especially.
True.
And at the third, actually. You can completely cut off the dead space.
Yeah, the dead space there just isn't very large. There isn't a lot of it. You know, we've got a lot more map in general. We're touching tips with the edge of the map up. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's feeling it.
It's
there's a little hut.
Oh yeah, it's like a little cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
It's where
little Nicholas.
It's where Roscaleto takes you.
He's like, I know a spot. Come with me, Pop.
It's so romantic, you know. It's like in the tree line. Yeah.
It's like an overlord watching you.
Oh no. That's me, Pop.
Wonder if is the Artosalip trapped in here? Does he know he can come out of this like bush square, or is this his jail? Oh, he came out. Okay, never mind.
Where are you looking?
Right in the middle of the map.
Oh, there's an Artosalip. There you go.
I thought he might have been trapped in the shrubs, but he's okay.
Yeah. He knows, puppy. He knows.
I think I saw someone in the chat before saying one of the maps looks like a Warcraft 3 map. Now, this looks like a Warcraft 3 map.
True.
Especially in the mini-map. It looks exactly like a Warcraft 3
it's
map.
really, it's the mini-map more than anything. Just like the color scheme, I don't know, the texture.
The green-brown, yeah.
Yeah, the green-brown is very Warcraft 3. I like it. I don't think I would ever play on this map, but I like it. I like it. It's nice. Behind this, Exostriker is going to be doing something very different, though. We do see a pretty standard Stargate opener into a third base, into oracles, and we've been poking and prodding. Nothing too crazy to speak of yet, but as a follow-up, he's going to be going into Double Forge.
Oracle's going to be running down here towards that third, and there is no Spore at the third. Quick drone pull from Demi, but punished a little bit for his greed here. And we get punished for the players not remembering game art.
Yeah, 6 drones do go down, and nicely done here by Exostriker. He did lose one of his oracles already, so not the best trade, but at least keeps 2 more alive. And with this 1-1 upgrade timing here, once especially we do get into 2-2, like, you know, these Stalker pushes can hit quite hard. I do think there's going to be a bit of a timing here available to Exostriker.
Yeah, I could definitely see a good timing through the middle, especially if Demi's not able to get his creep out as far as he would like. We do have, once again, Exostriker really does like this, the double hallucinated Phoenix. He's a big fan, but Oracle goes down. Great queen control by Demi to make that happen. And that's going to be pretty punishing here for Exostriker. That was really important to his strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, these oracles are so crucial here to help support those stalkers, and as they go down, he's forced to back off. We do see Exostriker just going to be holding off on his gateway explosion a little bit as he's getting into Colossi production. Am I crazy? Is there a second robo? No, only one. Okay.
Yeah, 1 robo, and this time he's going double upgrades, so a little bit of a different variation on what he's been doing in the last few games. As he takes this forward base here. And yeah, this forward base, I kind of like this forward base. It looks pretty comfortable. I think you probably take the top base after this and you're feeling very nicely secured. Oh yeah. They look quite defensible together.
They really do. They really do, with these choke points and with your ability to kind of maneuver between these bases, as opposed to the Zerg player spending southern in some more southern fashion. We do see Exostriker, going to be looking a little bit more towards the top left-hand corner of the map.
Oh, it's a mech map. Never leaving.
You're an animal. Oh my god. But regardless, there we go. A second robo is now being thrown down here at the 4th base. The Colossus production is going to be continuing as well. And yeah, Exostriker is just going to be chilling here and waiting until, I imagine, 2-2 kicks in.
Yeah, the Oracle doing a good job just keeping an eye on exactly what the composition of the army is going to be. And it looks like both players satisfied here just to macro up on either side and get into the armies that they're after. And yeah, I do think Exostriker, it would be nice for him if he could do a little bit just to limit the creep through the middle, just because I think once, we kind of saw this with Stargazers as well, once this creep does start to break into the open areas, it from there becomes incredibly difficult to do anything about it.
Yeah, it really does, and we can see Demi headed towards the middle of the map. Unfortunately, because Exostriker already lost 2 of his oracles, that makes it that much more difficult to clear up the creep. You know, he can rely on his not just oracles, but also the revelations that they have to pick off whatever tumors they have available. You can be active with your stalkers, you can be more protected against those lings when you are active on the map. So just because of those openers, because he lost them, then Demi has control.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, he is going to be spreading this creep through the middle. Looks like he is starting to move ahead a little bit as well, kind of posturing. Yeah, actually, left to right, this map isn't that long at all. Yeah. I was not expecting the roaches to be in range of the army already.
Yeah, it's like kind of like 2.5 screens away. It's
yeah.
Here we go. Demi has arrived. Banelings are rolling on in. They're getting ready to crash into the 4th base. We do have more Banelings towards the south as well. They're getting into the mineral line. Up.
Oh, yeah, but good defense here from Exostriker. That does leave this 3rd base open, though. So the 4th base, Demi's going to be running on in. The Banelings go in without the rest of the army, though, so they are not going to be taking the best trades. They soften up those Stalkers on the front, and Demi now looking to crash in with the Ravagers, with the Banelings as well. Looks like there is a little bit of energy on the sentries, but not going to be throwing down those force fields. And the Banelings getting on top of everything. Those Stalkers just melt, and the Colossus are going down too.
Yeah, once again, the Biles, they connect with the Colossus, and the Banelings may not have been able to kill the mineral line, but they killed the army instead. We We do have some reinforcing Stalkers coming on in, but only one Colossus survived.
Yeah, Bile's going to be landing well. The Lings become a bit more viable now that the Colossus count has been broken down. And behind this Exostriker, he's going to be throwing down a DT shrine. I think this could be a very interesting way to try to get himself back into this, especially with these bases being a little bit more spread out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every base has a spore, but despite that, if enough DTs do rock up, they can take down the detection and they can wreak a little bit of havoc here. So we'll see if he cannot pull that off. Demi, meanwhile, has to back off and lick his wounds. You know, it did cost him quite a bit to trade the way that he did. And again, he didn't really get to kill too many probes, despite, you know, a little bit of chaos ensuing. Oh my god! One Baneling rolled in. It's all good.
There's like a grotto in the water.
Oh.
Cave in there. Looks like the den of evil.
That's where you can go to smudge, Bobby. You can go into the cave.
Yeah. We're not going to make it that far. There's going to be creep there by the time I get there.
Yeah, that's why you're smudging. There you go.
I'd be like, sir, can you just let me in? I just want to be in the hole. I was like, okay, fine.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Oh god, as Exostriker is going to be moving on to the map here. 3-3 about to kick in. The upgrades from Exostriker are absolutely insane. Has been rebuilding his splash damage as well, and Exostriker is about to max out.
Yeah, okay, so you see the armies kind of passing each other through the center here. Maybe a little bit of a Bane run by coming in. The Lings kind of give the probes warning, so they are going to be running away from that, but running away to where? This is a little bit dicey. Demi actually just leaves the Banelings there while the fight is going on. He's going to be taking this big fight in the open area in the center. There's Colossus looking very exposed, and we have a good Stalker count, but Demi will be able to just drop back to this high ground now. Yeah,
he takes down the Colossus. He did take 2 massive Novas to the face, which is why his Roach Ravager army is looking worse for wear, but he takes down the high-tech units, and that is what matters. It looks like the center base is going to be going down. It is very exposed here to the Protoss, but Demi doesn't care. He's just building up, rebuilding, rebanking his army.
Yeah, that's right. And he's got Vipers now, so he'll be able to snatch any of those Disruptors, any of those Colossus into the middle of his army. The Zealots at the front looks like they're going to be trading pretty well here, but there we go. The Colossus does get snatched, does go down as well. Exostriker does have some sneaky little DTs to the bottom here. If he does find time to send those in, I think they could find some damage. Maybe at this third. The fourth is looking very well defended.
Oh my god, yeah, there's Spine Crawlers and Spore Crawlers at that fourth base. The third is looking a little bit more vulnerable here as Demi tries to go for a counterattack, but no, he does get forced back. Storm is not quite done, despite us having all these High Templar.
Yeah, while this all happened as well, this base went down. I didn't quite catch that.
Oh my god, yeah, so much was going on. Looks like we didn't really get too many probe kills, but the base went down, and there we go. The High Templar forced them morph into these Archons. They're a little bit late, though. The Archons are going to be going down before they can finish morphing.
Yeah, that they are, but the Vipers, they are nowhere to be seen, so this Colossus is getting so much damage on the Roaches here, hitting center mass on top of those. Stalker's going to be taking some pretty good trades from the high ground as well, so Demi is going to be pushed back and chased down by the Zealots.
Oh, he is being forced all the way back. Again, doesn't really have too much support for his Roaches. They are vulnerable to those Zealots. At the same time, DTs do go for that run by, but they go for the fourth, and they do get taken down.
Yeah, they do get head-butted by these Spines over here, but behind this Demi, he's going to go for the different fifth here, and I do think this is maybe going to be the better fifth, a bit more defensible, especially considering how well he's fortified that bottom base there.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be able to get up and running, especially with the positioning of his army as well, now that he has map control, now that he's kind of asserting himself a little bit more here in towards the center of the map. Meanwhile, Exostriker is still looking to rebuild, was forced to take the lower fourth instead, or even fifth.
Yeah, okay, but he is starting to set up there. It would be nice for him if he was able to get a bit more static up, but obviously we're a bit porridge at the moment. And behind this, we've got Demi going for the double Lurker Den, so going for that fast attack switch into Lurkers.
Oh, let's go. The Lurkers are on the way. Meanwhile, the Baneling run-by does connect here at the linear third base. I think over 14 probes did go down. Ooh, and with that, Demi, he's going to be content to start that transition. Now, the Hive is done. The Lunkers, papi. Let's go.
Well, the Observer just walking through the army of Demi. Do you... Okay, if you're in this position, like, because I know what the answer is for me.
Yeah.
And you see the observer running through your overseer. Do you parasitic bomb the observer?
What are the options? There's the power bomb, or there's the bile. Do you try to bile the observer?
Bile and then yoink it into the bile. Yeah, bile the ground and then yoink it over.
That would be amazing. I'm too bad for that. I would try to bile it like in a frantic fashion and probably miss.
Maybe.
That's what I would do.
Is there a third option?
What's the third
What else?
option? You dark all your queens over to attack it?
But you bring the queens and then you blinding cloud.
You blinding yeah, so it can't fight back. Oh my god.
Sends a message.
Yeah, there you go. So what's your answer? What'd you do?
Oh, I parabomb 100%.
Terrible, okay.
Just because it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cost effective. This is funny.
True. So did you see a bit of a bathing run by this time? It does get denied. We do see another bathing run by towards the south instead. We have a recall, but to the wrong base. Up.
Yeah, we do have the recall. Looks like we are going to be able to stop the banelings. Oh, one baneling gets through, gets huge damage there. Those +2 banelings one-shotting the probes here. But behind this, we do have Demi just continuing with a pretty similar army. His Vipers are all topped up. He is starting to pump out those Hydras for the Lurkers now.
I'm loving the Terran apologists. You're like, huge! It killed 3 probes, Poppy. It's crazy.
5. That was that.
Okay, 5 probes gonna be going down.
Hey, the entire army is there. It shouldn't be getting anything.
True, Poppy. True.
I didn't even complain about the one where the actual entire army was there and a gateway went down.
Yeah, deserve to. As we do see the center base being sent down once again, but we have Lunkers on the high ground, and the lurker count is getting higher and higher. Can we ever really push in? Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. We're having a big blinding cloud going down that is going to push Exostriker back. The lurkers haven't been revealed. They are going to be able to keep this base safe. We do have a bit of a revelation going down on them, but Demi would just love for Exostriker to run into this trap here.
Yeah, and here we go. He does move forward. Oh, the Vipers need a little bit more time to gather that energy. Nova's going to be going massive connections on the Roaches.
Yeah, really solid connections there for Exostriker, and suddenly this fence gets just that little bit more scary for Demi.
It really does. Demi trying to rotate over to meet up with the army, but the lurkers are not in position. Another one of these hatcheries is looking quite vulnerable, and Demi, he gives up on it. He's going for a counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, all the minerals are already mined out at this base, but that will reveal an attack on the lower base. Demi going to be evacuating that one as well. Going for a full base trade here, but there are DTs. It's defensive DTs. Oh, no.
The defensive DTs are too good. The Roaches, they do nothing. They're going to be absolutely sliced up, annihilated across the map. Meanwhile, Demi, he loses 3 hatcheries in a matter of moments, and Exostriker's army is still looking strong.
Yeah, DTs are going to be cleaned up. We have a massive line of drones going through the center of the map here, are going to be making their exodus to this top base here. Meanwhile, it looks like the Roach attack is actually being dealt with in the absence of the main army.
Oh yeah, we actually recalled back towards the top left. The Stalkers did arrive. They're going to trade out here with the Stalkers. Not the best trade from the Protoss, but he'll still be able to clean up every single one of these Roaches. And now Demi is in a really rough position here. He's down in workers, he's down in bases.
Yeah, he is, and he's spent a good chunk of his bank here too, so he's not really going to have too much room for error anymore. We do have a lot of lurkers. It's just going to be very important for him that he's careful with how he uses them. He can't be letting them just get picked off at by these disruptors, and the Vipers are going to help with that.
They will help with that. They're going to be looking for those yoinks on the disruptors. We can see Demi rotating over, making sure he protects his most fresh mining bases. Novas are going off! Oh god!
Oh, massive spread of Novas there, taking out everything in their path. We have a lot of Youngs going down. Looks like the Lurkers are going to be putting down some damage on the Disruptors, but it's not enough to take them out. Now, all we have is just a handful of Hydras and these Lurkers, and that makes this defense so awkward.
It really does. On top of that, Exostriker, I think he's content to lose a little bit of this army because he threw down 3 Stargates and a Fleet Beacon. He is going into Skytoss. Carriers are on the way.
Mate, he heard you were going to be casting at some point. Who knows?
He knows how to win, Papi. He knows how to play some StarCraft. Oh, before it happens, though, almost does.
No, the queen!
Oh, he's walking in.
Yeah, here we go. Big disruption shot's going to be going down. Take out two of those lurkers here. Exostriker finding it a bit awkward to find his way in, but he will be able to continue to just pick away with these disruptors. The lurkers are going to be able to take out a... Oh god, this reminds me of... You know what I'm thinking of now?
Oh. What does that remind you of? Oh. That, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It took me a second, but it all clicked, Papi. It all clicked.
Yeah, like I've seen this before.
If you're in the chat, if you know, you know. It was maybe another replay cast a couple of days ago. As we do see Exostriker looking for another way in, does get revelation on these lurkers. One of them already going to be going down. But a big difference to that game that you're referring to is that we do have carriers.
Yeah, we do have carriers. We have a few Hydras here. They'll be able to deal with the carriers while there's only one or two of them, but I think as soon as that number gets any higher, we are in huge trouble here as the Zerg. So he's going to see those carriers. He's going to know he has to make something happen right now.
Yeah, exactly. He has to pull the trigger here and now. Again, this isn't the most ideal army against Skytoss, but there aren't that many carriers. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a misrally. One disruptor is going to go down for free.
Yeah, there we go. Demi is just going to be sending it. We have some yoinks. I think we might have yoinked a Zealot there, but looks like there is just not going to be enough. The carriers are going to be too strong here for Exostriker, and it looks like he has just about done it in this game.
Yeah, exactly. The Lurker army crumbles before the might of the Skytoss. Again, Exostriker with a bit of a tech transition, a tech switch off of the back of a better economy. I mean, look at the minimap. He has every base he could ever dream of right now, and Demi just doesn't have enough to hold on to this northern base.
Yeah, G is called. Exostriker going to be striking back here on Rascaletto.
Rascaletto, papi. Let's go. Let's go.
Bello.
GG, well played. We have a series.
Alrighty, what have we got next?
The next map is going to be on, Forgotten City. There you go.
Classic name. Let's go.
It does feel like a classic name. It feels like Forgotten City is already a map that exists. Like, it probably isn't, but it sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm feeling that way too.
Oh god, here we go. We're loading on in. Not the most creative of names, you know. It doesn't hold a candle to Rascaletto, but I'm still looking forward to the map nonetheless, as we are going to be loading on in. Ooh, a pretty bright map. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look at it once we load it in. As here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map for Alpha X. This is Demi.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Forgotten City, we have as opponent, we have the yellow Protoss player representing Alpha X. It is Exostriker.
Yeah, so first thing, I remember with Pride of Altaris, a lot of people saying, as much as I hate that map, Pride, actually this does kind of remind me a bit of Pride of Altaris.
Yeah.
When people saw that map, they were really happy about it just because it's a Protoss themed map in terms of the architecture, and we just don't really have that many of those. So already I do really like that we have a Protoss themed architecture map, because we just haven't seen that many of them, and I think it's a really cool theme to explore. The center area is kind of weird. It's like it's like a bog.
We're under the sea. I didn't. There's a whale.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice until we saw the center area, because you can see the shadow of the whale or the shark, whatever the hell that is. But this color scheme is something we don't see too often. Where it's like,
yeah, the colors are throwing me off.
Yeah, because typically when we have like these underwater maps, you know, it's like a little more like fluorescence, it's a little more blue, but here it's like a green, like kind of tinge to it all, and I like it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Visually, it's like attacking my eyes. It's like there's a lot happening. But the other thing to add on top of like the Protoss architecture side of things, whenever we do see them, we have like
as well. It actually is. It's a really nice 5-base setup.
We have Pride of Altaris. We have like Eternal Empire. Like we've got a decent chunk of them throughout the history of StarCraft. But I don't know how often we have like a Protoss themed map, but like with a twist to it, with like a different like color scheme on it. You know, like there's like snow going on, but it's also underwater as well. Like there's layers.
There is. There's a lot going on. The other thing it shares with Pride of Altaris, we have 4 levels of elevation, which is something that's relatively new for ladder maps.
What are you looking at?
This is... Oh, those are destructible. Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that changes everything.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's not a Protoss now.
Yeah, so we do have destructible rocks, which would really open up that triangular third base here. So it isn't as defensible as some of the other maps that we have seen. On top of that, we, I believe, have... Thankfully, we have a relatively large, not one Hex Reaper cliff coming into the main base. Oh, Karen map.
It's a double jump. It's still not a good jump. Actually, that looks like the same jump as Pride as well. There's actually a lot about this that looks so similar to Pride.
Demi's all inning, by the way. It's sad because I want to see more of this game, but Demi's going for a 21 link blood.
I forgot he likes this build.
Yeah. Once a series in a best of 5, Demi has to go for the 21 drones, and you just send lings and floodlings across the map. We do see us around onto that. The second depth is going to be going down as well. It was on the wrong side of the wall, papi.
Oh, yeah, and there's no battery. The Oracle going to be popping out, but Demi might be able to just back off until that energy does wear off. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. He is going to be just kind of outrunning it, just wasting a few of its shots. Looks like the energy's low enough for him now. He's going to be diving back in really well timed here. It's going to be on Exostriker to re-wall again. But he is... Okay, I like this wall. He is doing a pretty good job of it. He's done this before. There should be a custom game where you get to do this.
True. The practice against Demi's 21 drone link flood. Let's go. As the first gateway is going to be going down. The Cybercore is under third as well, but the shield battery does finish up. It looks like Exostriker is going to be holding because Demi has been droning behind this. But this is a really, really chaotic natural now.
Yeah, this is, and this completely throws off the build here as well. He's still only on the 1 gateway. He had to spend all of his money on the pylons. There we go. Extra couple gateways going to be finishing up here, but it's just very weird to work out where to take the game from here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do we transition into a 2-base all-in? Like, the wall does actually finish, which means we have to kind of fight our way through it if we want to expand. We don't have any additional tech, no Twilight Council, no Forge, no Robo. It's just, yeah, really awkward.
Yeah, I wonder if there's kind of follow-up all-in that he can use to just abuse his pylon wall here, but oh, there's going to be more wall behind it. What is going on?
Yeah, you kill the building, and now we have a spot there. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a little gap. See, we're fixing the wall. We're trying.
All right, cool. Behind this Exostriker, he is actually going up to 4 gates. Going to be throwing down Twilight and a Forge behind this. So with the 4 Oracles as well, he will be able to secure the low ground here, but he is in just such an odd position here in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is going to be a delayed +1 and blink timing. This is a delayed third base as well. Demi has had full control and he's been able to have the freedom to drone up on 3 bases. We do have triple Oracle, though, and they are going to be able to threaten some of these mineral lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 drones going down, and the Oracles will survive.
Like, can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Why is there a pond underwater?
So does that mean that isn't water? That's like denser than water. It's like sitting on the floor, on the ocean like floor.
I guess it must be.
Yeah. What's dense? Is that
Toxic.
copium? Is that copium on the floor? Is that what I see? Is that?
No. We've used it all out. There wouldn't be any left.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a pond. It used to be a sea.
The whole map used to be underwater and the green stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff used to be all over the place, and now it's like shriveled up. You know, like it's like there's almost none left. Oh, smooch.
Tragedy.
Oh my god, as we do see the Oracles finding some more damage across the map, they do get one queen, and hey, they're going to be able to pick up some roaches as well. They've been getting some value.
Can we ask the map maker if they can rename it to Smooch City?
Oh, that's what I'm waiting for. We haven't kind of broken the map makers into like utilizing like Twitch verbiage into their map names. Would that make it through like QA?
For sure.
Okay. Like Peepo Clap Ruins or something.
What the hell? Oh, that's so dumb. Wide Peepo Happy Planes.
Yeah, let's go. Oh my god. Look, I'm saying, like, I really like this map. Like the
Honing in on the Kokona Fields.
Let's go. Oh my god, it's Exostriker trying to force his way up the natural base here, but there are just so many roaches. It looks like the drones have been evacuated as well, so Demi going to be preserving a lot of his economy, and we're kind of running out of steam.
Yeah, so that fight went pretty well for Demi. It felt like the attack kind of fell flat on its face. We are going to be having a bit of a recall here. Some of those zealots going to be going down anyway. We still have a couple oracles here for the moment, as long as they don't get biled. I mean, Demi's been pretty sharp with those biles, but Exostriker not going to be falling for that one. We do have a pylon being set up in the toxic waste here, trying to soak up all of that copium.
Oh, there we go, mate. He is going to revel in it. He needs it right now. As the pylon finishes up, we do have the gateway on the way. Am I crazy? Did the gateway just like spread the water out a little bit more? Did that just happen?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. As we're transitioning into mass charge on Archon, and mate, that's a lot of charge lots. Look at that. My god.
Oh, that's too many. That's disgusting.
And here we go. We're even setting up a bit of a fortified position with all these pylons, because we don't need no pylons at home, I guess.
Fair enough. I'm just like, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the map. There's just a lot of different colors going on.
It's visually, yeah. There's a lot.
Alright, the Zealots going to be getting on top of the roaches, and the Hydras here, they have worked themselves into a really nice nook there, and the Zealots, they just evaporate. They melt like butter under the DPS of Demi's army. We still do have the Oracle though, and we have a follow-up wave here. It's going to be important to take out this Archon, but is there going to be enough? The Zealot weapons continue from this very close location here.
Yeah, but you know what? The Zealots, they are going to be cleaned up. The Oracles go down as well. Only one is going to be remaining. It looks like Exostriker, he doesn't want to give up. He wants to keep it going. Wave after wave of Zealots, but it's not going to be enough. GG gets called, and Demi takes game number 3.
GG. Demi going to be taking that one down on light V-face scales.
Oh no. On Pride of Pepega.
Pride of Pepega. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my god. Look, we had a map called Blackpink. Okay, if we can get a map called Blackpink, we can get a map called Pride of Pepega, okay?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Oh god.
I didn't know that there was a map called Blackpink, and then when I found out there was a map called Blackpink, at the time I didn't know there was a band called Blackpink.
Shaking my head.
But I've put it all together now.
Yeah, there you go. I think I want to say in the original version of the Blackpink map, there was like a poster or something. I know there were like some more references to the K-pop group. I wanna say. But regardless, Demi does take a 2-1 lead, and now we're gonna be finding ourselves in game number 4.
On Pogger's Caverns. Pogger's Alley.
Yeah, Pogger's Alley. Let's go. All right. Actually, it's going to be known as something a little bit different. 5th front line.
Hey. Interesting.
Not the 4th, not the 6th, but the 5th.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you have that many front lines?
So one for each base.
Is it like the 5th from the front, or is there just like lots of different?
You have five fronts.
Ooh.
How many backs do you have?
7. This map looks cool. Let's have a look at it in just a moment. But oh, it's a space map. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Oh, we're in. That's so sick. Look,
Yeah,
we're over the map. The menu, the main menu.
Oh yeah, it is. Can you see the this little thing in the middle as well? When you scroll back and forth over it, you get the lens flare.
Yeah.
And it's like you get the full. This is called parallax. That's the word.
Oh my god! You can like angle your camera and you can see the planet. Let's go.
Spawning at the top bottom left hand corner of the map for Alpha X. This is Demi.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of a 5th front line, we have as opponent, we have the yellow Protoss player representing Alpha X. It is Exostriker.
Oh, this map is so strange.
There's
only 6 bases on each side.
Yeah.
But it's like giga wide.
It's peepo wide. Yes.
Oh, you can see through this one. Look.
Oh, you get through the ground, the glass. Oh,
that's so cool.
That's so sick. You can see it at the triangular thread as well. Every base, actually. Yeah. Every base.
So this is like a ship.
Or like a platform, you know?
Yeah.
Space station.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I haven't even gone through the map itself. The triangular thread is already looking a little bit wild, though. I'll be honest. It's crazy.
Triangular third. Ugh, another double Reaper jump. Gross. Yeah, okay. Oh boy. This is like 360 surround 1-1 Roach Town.
Yeah. It's
this is
yeah. You can see it.
This is sad time to be a Terran. I guess you could put like tanks here and like try to cover this area. Oh, that's like the heart of the platform. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Little robot in there.
Yeah. There you go. It's working. It's keeping everything up operational.
It just has to pass boxes from one side to the other, and that keeps the entire platform operational.
If it ever misses the box, then we're going down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, this one's lazy though. It's not doing anything.
Oh, it's not doing anything because we can't see it. We can't see we can't see them move because the players don't have them within vision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, but the other one's not in vision. Oh, it was though. I see.
Yeah. That's why you can't like see the Ewoks, the Moopies, unless someone's there. You know?
Do you reckon this is like a turret that comes out of the ground to save Terrans from 1-1 Roach pushes?
I hope not. Oh my god. But yeah, here we go. We're getting into game number 4. So far, pretty standard openers. You can see a little bit of Adept Harass, but it has been dealt with. And Exostriker once again is going for a Stargate opener. We have seen different variations of this, definitely, but you know, the opener always the same.
Oh, is that meant to be doing that?
Oh.
Oh, there's Vikings down there. Do you see the Vikings?
I see the Vikings. Oh, they're flying.
Vikings they flew through, yeah.
Oh, there's a medevac. Look, it's stationary. Right there.
Wait, where is it?
Right. Like you see the things glitching out, like the
Oh yeah, I see the medevac. Yeah,
it's right there.
It's docked.
It's
Oh, and there goes the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings fly underneath.
yeah. They're doing laps.
And there's like a space station underneath it.
It's like an orbital satellite, I should say, like satellite. What are we showing up? Oh, is that ramen? Oh yeah, Nuke noodles. There's like an ad for ramen. Do you see it on the blimp?
I can't really see close enough, but I can see the iPod ad
Oh, that's cool.
from Wings of Liberty back
Yeah.
when like the iPod ads looked like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, Jesus. Over 10 years ago, mate. Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
I kind of want to play Wings of Liberty again.
Play Brood. You haven't played Brood War yet, mate. What's going on?
Oh yeah. I haven't played any of the other campaigns either.
Oh my god, you're an animal. Is it because you
I
don't
played
play
little
Terran?
bits. Oh no, actually, I played Heart of the Swarm when it came out, just the campaign for some reason.
Yeah. Nice. Treatment.
All right, we do have it, Demi. Spreading some creep through the center of the map here. Oh, he loses a queen.
Ooh, that was the high energy queen as well, which means no more transfuses available. Second queen goes down, and both oracles get saved.
Oh, yeah. This
Look at the
third queen
other
might go down as well. There's no energy for the transfuse. My goodness, 3 queens going down. That is pain.
Jesus Christ. Again, really unfortunate chain of events there for Demi. Oh, not a good start. Thankfully, he has still a lot of tumors active, but this is going to open things up for those oracles to find even more damage.
It's like a medevac factory.
Yeah.
There was like arms and stuff building the medevac here, and then that's the medevac that like comes out. So it's a Terran platform. Let's go.
It's a Terran map, Boppy. It's a Terran map. Oh.
All right, we do see the trademark Exostriker double Phoenix hallucination scout gonna be running in through the main here.
Yeah, here we go. He's going to be able to get a full scout of the main base, which is honestly pretty important, especially because Demi has shown his ability to go into Spire play and mutas as well. We do get confirmation of tech on the way. And yeah, we should be feeling relatively good about ourselves, like nothing too wild coming out from Demi, as after the scout, he throws down the Spire.
There we go. The third going to be getting locked down for the Protoss as well. Demi going to be going for that kind of trademark Spire of his. It's not something that we've been seeing a lot at pro play, but it's something we're seeing Demi use to great effect tonight.
Exactly. Multiple times we've already been seeing him force these all-ins, force these committed pushes by the Protoss because of how much damage the mutas have done. Ooh. But before that happens, of course, Demi has been slowed down a little bit by these oracles. Oh. What'd you see?
It's a Zergling hologram.
Oh, it's your trophy.
We're studying them.
Oh wait, no, it's something else now. It's a what is that? What's it's a Broodling.
Oh, now it's a ribcage. It's a scorpion.
Oh, but the follow-up hallucinated scout actually pays off, and Exostriker does get eyes on the Spire.
Okay, does catch out the Spire, does throw down that revelation on the army as well. We'll be noticing that army looks a little small for Demi. Maybe it's time for Exostriker to at least poke and force out some units.
Yeah, we can see that it's small because Demi has been banking up his resources to go into that muta switch. He's deliberating whether he wants to or not, though, because again, he did get scouted. We should be seeing some Phoenixes on the way, but no reaction so far out of Exostriker. He's just committed to his ground toss composition.
I'm not really watching the game. I'm just looking for more things around them.
I noticed, Buffy. I know. And here we go. 17 mutas are in production as we speak. Demi going for a mass muta switch. We do have a couple of shield batteries going down in all of these bases, but shield batteries don't really do too much. They only buy a little bit of time, and we may end up in a really weird base trade scenario once again. As Jesus, that's a lot of mutas.
Yeah, so Demi going for that trademark huge muta switch base trade harass / base trade madness. Ding.
I mean, he's not just doing it with the mutas, but the Lings, the wall is not a wall. The Lings are flooding into the natural and the main.
Yeah, going to be breaking down the wall, so looks like he is going to be pairing up the mutas with the other units here. He does look for a base down to the south, doesn't find anything, so Exostriker, he just has to go for it now, and he is going to be forced into this full base trade here.
Yeah, we were talking about it before, but this is something that Demi has been forcing out of his Protoss opponents, and we do see the third base. Every single probe is going to be going down. The natural and the main are compromised. We do have a couple of Zealots being warped on in, but we don't have anything else. No Disruptor or Colossi or anything waiting up that ramp.
Yeah, having a look at the army, though, of Exostriker, he has a lot of Stalkers. I don't see Demi's army ever touching that army, honestly.
I don't think he needs to. That's the problem. Demi, he has killed almost every single worker or on the map. We do see +1. Oh,
denied by about 2 seconds there, and it looks like the rest of the base is going to be going down now as well. Rest of the building, sorry.
Yeah, the main base is going to be falling. Meanwhile, looks like the natural third and fourth have gone down for Exostriker. He only has main. He goes for the recall.
Okay, he's going to be recalling back into the main, so commits to defending all of his production buildings. Definitely makes a lot of sense, and I think he does recognize that he has the better army here, but we still have 3 mining bases here for Demi.
That's the thing, you know, Demi crippled the economy of Exostriker. Exostriker did not do the same. He killed the tech, which was good. He killed the Spire. He killed the spawning pool as well, but the problem is that Demi can still make an army. He still has access to roaches.
Yeah, but nothing's really changed here. I mean, Demi still can't contend with this army, so across the map he goes.
Yeah, we're just going for a second base trade, but this time we can't turn around. Oh, Disruptors do get caught out as they are being produced. They do get rallied out onto the map, and Exostriker, I don't believe he has a probe on the map. I don't believe he can throw down another building.
Oh, he might just get eliminated.
Yeah, he has to turn around. Exostriker, he's turning back around. He knows that he has to try and defend back home because all of his buildings are going down. We are down to only 4 probes, and all 4 probes are in the main.
No, Demi's army is cut off.
This army does get cut off. Can he focus down the buildings? No, he cannot. Lings are falling left and right. At the same time, Zealots has been split off between the mining bases of Demi.
Yeah, Demi going to be throwing down this base down towards that south there. I guess what he does have going for him now is he's taken out all the probes and he has mutas. Mutas are kind of a... oh, wait. Where did the base get rebuilt? Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, wow. I like that.
Yeah, Exostriker, he snuck out 2 probes there with the main army.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was going to say, so these mutas here, they kind of act as a pinning force. They're going to be pinning the army of Exostriker to these buildings, and behind that, Demi might be able to get his economy back up and running.
Yeah, so Demi's on 1 base economy right now. He's losing all of his tech. Looking at the buildings here, yep, he only has a hatchery, doesn't even have a spawning pool. The mutas have to turn back around, and the hallucinations are going to scout and confirm the location of that last hatchery.
Yeah, that they are. Exostriker, he's going to go for it. He is leaving nothing behind with the buildings. Is Demi going to be able to catch on and go for the muta counterattack? Maybe take these buildings out? That is the question. And is there another probe on the map? I mean, the probe must have built the nexus, so where is it?
Oh, it's with the main army.
It's with the army. Yeah, oh, that's really smart.
Both probes are with the main army. Another couple of mutas are going to be going down, but GG gets called!
What?
The Nexus was about to go down, but he had the money to throw down a gas. He had it. Right?
I don't think this game was over.
Yeah, it's not over. Like, if he wanted to, he could even cancel the building Nexus right now, and because there's still plenty of HP on it, to get a refund and throw down another Nexus with his probes. It's okay.
I do not understand. Yeah, if he cancels the Nexus, he can make another Nexus next to these 2 bases.
Yeah. 100%. Maybe he thought that Demi was on like a higher base count or something, or maybe he had more, but yeah, looking at these armies, it does feel like Exostriker had a chance. I mean, he's up in army supply, straight up. Like, I know not
his army looks way better.
Yeah. I know not everything shoots up, of course, but in a head-to-head engagement, I think he still wins this.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh well, fair enough.
Fair enough. GG. Maybe the pressure got to him, you know? Maybe
he had enough. He didn't want to do it anymore.
He was like, I'm done, Papi. Get me out of here. Get me out of the base trade. Regardless, GG, well played. Demi does take the series 3-1, and he is our funky 6K Open #1 champion.
Let's go. Congratulations to Demi, though.
GG, well played. Oh my god, a pretty intense game there towards the end. A really fancy map. I know we were kind of like enamored by it, and we were a little bit distracted by a lot of the visual appeal. But it's kind of hard not to, especially when we get so little time with some of these maps. You know, we got to see so many of them, but some of them only for like a game or two, not too much more than that. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I
would like to spend more time with Roscaleto.
Roscaleto, papi. Oh, let's go. Before we do head off though, because that was our final game, I still want to show you. I want to show you the map that I was talking about, which to me feels crazy. Maybe okay. I'm crazy, but
you are.
Yeah. Let's quickly jump into this. But again, congratulations to Demi for becoming our funky 6K Open champion. I don't know if Dave is really planning to do too many more of these. I was talking to Dave about it, and initially he wanted to make a tournament for like diamond players and a tournament for masters players and a tournament for pro players. But I think there's just so little time because like the judging process of TLMC is soon about to be upon us. And I know Dave has got a lot of other things going on right now, so you know, just making this one tournament for now. But keep an eye out on his Twitter because we may see another at some point. It's possible.
Cool. All right, show me. Take me though.
Oh, hop in, papi, hop in. Let's go. Oh boy. So yeah, we're not gonna quite fully cast this game. It's just a map that I wanted to show off a little bit because we only got to see it once in this tournament. It was a game between Senju and Sewer Badger, and this is Brimstone.
Wow, that's crazy looking map.
Look, I mean, it's crazy. Oh my god. And what was wild to me, there's a couple of things. One, we have two center bases right next to each other, but the dividers, the terrain dividers here, these like little like gaps in the earth are so thin.
Yeah.
They're so insanely thin all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, this isn't a Zerg map at all. Like, your lings are going to be funneling in, like, such weird ways.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But it's just something that I've never seen in a map before. Like, I feel like it just changes, like, so many unit dynamics. And, like, positional play and everything.
So what's going to happen?
Yeah. Okay, go.
Massive, if we go to, like, how do I describe this? So there's the two center bases, right?
Yeah.
And then we move up a bit, so it's like between like this center base and like the triangle third. And there's this gap here, this like chasm.
Yeah.
Any of these chasms like this, you can sit like in the middle, like where this base is, and Zerg will like funnel through this choke into the middle. As soon as the fight gets dicey, you just pick up and drop on the other side of the chasm.
100%. That's what I mean. Like drop play with medevacs or blink stalkers as well. Like yeah, the possibilities are endless here with
oh my god, blink stalkers.
Blink stalkers, man.
That's so gross.
Jesus, it's crazy.
Yeah, I find it hard to imagine that this map is balanced.
I do as well, but like it's just I want to see like a pro game.
It's cool though. It's fun.
Yeah.
I want to see like a drawn out game where people get to really abuse it. I
don't
like, think it's gonna be fair, but I want to see why it's not fair.
I want to see like hero versus dark on this map. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god. On top of that, another thing is on the edge bases, not quite the edge bases, but like the center edge bases. There's actually like. Behind the mineral line, there's actually like
you can get on this high ground.
Yeah. There's a ramp that goes up, and you can just sit on that. It's good. Look at
that. Okay. What you need to see on this map, just to show everyone how broken it is, is just Beyond versus anyone.
Yeah.
Give Beyond this map, and he would just drop everywhere and just like abuse the hell out of it.
Give us Beyond versus Cero, Papi. Like these center bases. I was getting Dust Tower. I think Dust Towers was before your time, but Dust Towers had like something kind of like this, where you've got like an abusable area just designed to just rain down hell upon a base. But yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, this is so funny.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a lot of games. I think this is the only game we saw on this map, unfortunately, and it's just so quirky.
Oh my god. Yeah, it would be hilarious to bribe some people into playing this map, but yeah, I don't think it's balanced enough for competitive play, but it would be really fun to see some games on it.
Yeah, for sure. This looks like a really fun and abusable map is maybe the word to use. Very abusable.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, sick.
Oh my god. And yeah, now everyone in the chat was able to see that as well. Again, we casted that game at the start of the broadcast. But definitely something crazy that's out there in the ether.
Yeah, it's amazing.
TLMC. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I think that's the craziest map that we were able to cast today. Like, I think that was the one that stood out the most. But we saw some good stuff. We saw some good stuff though. Some good stuff. EG.
Yeah, definitely some really fun maps there. Let me see if I can find which ones that I. Oh, I closed my thing. Let me open my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. See if I can find the standouts. No, I 100% can't remember them by name. I think I liked Eco Brutalism. That was like the. Was that the one that looks like
Cyberforce?
The Alliance and stuff?
No.
No, that's the Forest one. Yeah, the Forest one was really cool. And then the Alliance one was really cool as well. I think that was Grassy Ruins.
No, the Alliance one was Mansion Park.
Okay.
Mansion Park was the big blue one that had these destructible rocks in the middle of the map to like make the rush distance shorter. Yeah. And the carpet, of course, the carpet.
Yeah. Anyway, some really cool maps. Yeah.
Yeah, some really cool stuff. So for those wondering, voting is still not open for the Team Liquid map contest. We're still in the submission phase. Well, you know what? Let me just double check. Let me just get my facts straight here. As I check TL.net.
Yeah, we do have kind of those different phases to the map contest, and I think it usually takes a little while. Usually about a month or so. You get that Warty tournament as well.
Yeah, it does take some time. Where is it, Matthew? Where is it? TLMC. It's TLMC 17? No, far more than 17. This is why I need Kuro in the chat.
True. It should be on. Hang on. If I go to tl.net, it should be on the front page, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was on the front page, but I didn't see it.
Oh, it's GPO. Let's go.
Yo. Team Liquid Map Contest 18. All right. I'll link it in the chat for all to see. There you go. So TLMC 18. If I quickly just double check the period here. Okay, so submission phase ends on the 8th of May, tomorrow. So we're still getting new maps flooding in here until tomorrow, and then submissions have ended, and then that's when the judging phase begins. So yeah, we were able to squeeze this this cast in just before that happens, and eventually at a certain point, the public will be able to have a look at the finalists or have a look at which maps kind of made it through the judging phase, and we can start voting.
Yeah, there we go. So keep your eyes out for that, especially if there were some maps in here that you really liked. Try to get them through.
Yeah, There you go. If you want some more hard dates, then the public voting phase starts on the 23rd of May. 23rd of May. So towards the end of this month, in a couple of weeks, we can start voting on what we want to be seeing as a part of the finalists for TLMC to, you know, to kind of support the map makers and to also potentially make it into the ladder map pool. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, I do have to say a lot of the time it doesn't, the voting order doesn't really do much to what they send through. But I mean, it making it as a finalist usually has some bearing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the maps that make it into the ladder map pool are usually like top, I want to say top 15. Like they're usually still like, you know, in the upper echelons.
Sometimes, yeah.
Shaking my head, shaking my head. Oh god, so a great tournament nonetheless. Congratulations to Demi. Shout out to Dave Tesla and Chicken Man for facilitating this tournament and making it happen as well. Again, it was casted live a couple of days ago. A little bit too early for us, so we did go for a replay cast instead. And speaking of replay casts, Asher, we've been putting it off. There is one viewer replay left for us to cast. Only one.
Oh, my burrito.
Wait. It's not like it's gonna get any colder. It's gonna stay at its room temperature. We have one game to cast from Frost.
All right, let's go.
Uno más, papi. Uno más. Let's go.